bar frequently disappear and reappear in other places, which they say is pretty frustrating when they are on shift. Yeah. That is like that is the weirdest thing. Who haunts a parking lot? Yeah. Hold on, I got a question right here. Speaking of mansions, what did you think of the Medina Mansion video by Underground Urban Explorer and Franco TV? I did see the video. I like both their channels, by the way. I did see the video that you're talking about with the face in the window. But I know there's one guy, I forget his name. He did a video and it captured like a person screaming, which was like weird. Would you ever do the 30-minute challenge? No, hell no. No. Not go near that house. It's very weird, creepy, but I know the video they're talking about is like someone, it's like looking out the window. And it was so, like, I remember I have two sisters. My other one, who is like a big skeptic, like me, like watched the video. I sent her like a link to the video. She's like, you have to watch this. And I remember she's like freaked out by it. My oldest sister is not really into the I know she once said like she had like paranormal encounters. I have to get her one day on the show. We could talk about it, because it is, hearing it from her is more funnier than hearing it from me, because she has a very southern accent, and kind of a southern accent. She kind of sounds more Canadian southern. And I remember she was like telling me about. I remember I asked her like send me the video of it so I could watch it. She caught something or someone on her porch spinning around in front of her camera, then looking at it directly in it. And I was just like, when she told me that, I was like, never mind, don't send me that. She goes, what, you chicken shit? I'm like, I ain't gonna fucking watch that video. You're telling me what happened, I ain't watching it. And all of a sudden, my mom was like, send me the fucking video. I'll tell you what it is. And we never, I don't know if, I think my sister's husband deleted it because he got like really freaked out by it, because he said it was just so freaky. He just said it was like something out of the, he said to me like, you know the movie The Purge? I was like, yeah. He goes, you know the scene where everyone's like in front of the camera just looking at it, moving around and stuff? I was like, yeah. He goes, exactly like that. And I was just like, wow. And it was just like one of those weird videos. And like he said, like the following day, he said like all of a sudden the kitchen was like a mess. Like he said to me, like, not a regular mess that you see, but he says like a mess of like someone just going through things, just going through it. And my neighbors are fighting. Shit. Can they at least wait one more day? Saturday tomorrow. Go on schedule. Don't all of a sudden do a surprise fight. Oh, they finally stopped. They stopped, thank God. Let's see. The Payne Gentry House. That looks like a pain. Payne Gentry House was constructed back in 1870 and served as the family home to the Payne and the Gentry families. Wait, two families lived there? Or, oh, families for going on 1,000 years. Damn. Stayed in one home for 1,000 years. The most well-known residence was local Dr. William Payne. Would you imagine going to, like, having a doctor named Dr. Payne? So, what seems to be the problem? Well, Dr. Payne, I have this huge pain in my back. It's a joke, by the way. Get it? Because his name is Dr. Payne, and people who go there are in pain. Who had an extension to the property, to the house of his doctor's office. Wait, he has... See, I like that, man. He works from home. He has his office, and he has his home. I like that. Sounds like me. Like, you know... That sounds like something I would want to do. Except, you know, I don't want a huge store attached to my house. However, the hauntings believed to have stemmed from an area outside the house, in the backyard. You will find a large tree, and beneath it lies a small cemetery. What the fuck? Where a number of children are said to be buried. What the fuck? The Century explains it why so many have reported seeing apparitions of little kids playing in the garden. Shit. Oh man, this one's like close to home. This next one is like number 6. This one is like way, way close to home. Not even that far where I live. Very close to home. The Union, Missouri Haunted House. Yeah, I heard about this one. Sorry for the bark, by the way. My dog's kind of retarded. The people behind us shut their car door. And they think it's outside in front of the house. They're retarded. So, sorry about the bark. It's kind of funny though, I see the only one who stayed was my co-host Lola, so, and that was beautiful by the way. My dog like saw her and like jumped over her to get to the living room to bark out the window. Anyway, this next one's close to home. This is in Union. I remember my cousin talked about it. Talked about when we were kids. He talked about like this house being haunted, and there's a clown inside of it, and it was just so weird. And yeah, I'll tell you this one. I love Union, even though some of the people drive like they're fucking crazy. I mean, they're not like the shithole Eureka. Yeah, I know a lot of people are going to be like, man, you're just mean to Eureka. But here's the thing about it. People in Union drive so damn fast where I almost got hit by a car several times going into a store. But yet they are the nicest people on the face of the earth. When it comes to Eureka people, those people are just shitheads. You know, like the gas station Phillips 66, I talked about it, I ranted about it. It is a shithole of a gas station. People are rude, disrespectful, lousy, and yet their fountain sodas taste like water mixed with soda. Just throwing it out there. So, if you're ever in Eureka, don't go to that gas station. Them people are mean. Go to Quick Trip. They got snackles. You get snacks, food, whatever. You get the snackles. So, sounds like something dirty, but yet you get the snackles. But when you go to Union, just look both ways, even though you have the right of way to cross the street. Because them people drive past. They don't care if there's a cop nearby. They will fucking run you over just to get where they're going. So, even though it's less funnier than the time I went to Fenton where I almost got hit by this old man. But I had the right of way to cross the street. I almost got hit. And yet, this old bastard almost hit me. But as he was driving up, there was a fucking cop in an Italian restaurant just looking at me. I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, and like it was my fault that I crossed the road. It's just, people are just shits. So, Union, Missouri, haunted house. And by the way, this is like the weirdest house ever. Just, take my advice, don't ever go near it. Or in it. Or live in it. Because they keep renting this house out to people. The home is on... Oh. Yeah, I know, right? It's just... When I leave a store and I have to cross the street, I just run to the car. I just run to the car like I just robbed a place. It's just kind of how I am. So, yeah. It's just, I hate noises, people being noisy. Alright. The home is on Christina Avenue in Union. If you're on that avenue, just keep driving. Don't stop for anything. Just keep going. Which is said to be one of the most haunted houses in the St. Louis area. It's said a man, a woman, a boy, and a girl, and at least one demon, are haunting the property, which is built in the early 30s. The house was built on some land donated by the people of Union in the early 1900s. And is close to a nursing home. Shit. Which was once served as a Civil War infirmary, and then a county poor farm. The residents of the poor farm. By the way, the poor farm is for people who didn't have money and they didn't have a home, so they just lived in a poor farm. The poor farm the poor farm is sorry, I thought they were meaning a home, poor, homeless shelter. Poor farm is where people are buried with unmarked graves. And so, yeah, that's for people who, by the way, it's kind of like when, the rumor of Bill Finger, the co-creator of Batman, was rumored to be, buried in a place where they don't have, people who don't have families, and unmarked graved, but it turned out that he was cremated and his son, put his, created a signet of the bat symbol and put his ashes in the bat symbol, and his ashes were washed out to the sea. So, poor farm is where people are buried in unmarked graves, and are on the surrounding lands following their deaths. It is believed that the home was built on the property. So they're talking like The Exorcist. Not The Exorcist, sorry, Poltergeist. It was built on lease partial of this unmarked burial ground, which certainly goes some way to explain the property's real haunting, why the property is haunted. Jefferson Barracks and Cemetery. Oh man, this is in Jefferson County? Damn, that's... Oh boy. I tell you one thing. The hauntings of places, some of these places I would not want to go, especially the Union one. I've been in Union for business reasons. What business? None of your business. I've been in, that area. And let me tell you one thing.